And then there were 6 come the end of round 1 here on GCTV at the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix of Roma 2024. 6 riders make it into the second round. And a late flurry of Jana Frederica Meyer Zimmermann, Simon de Lestre, Victor Bettendorf, all making it into the jump-off quite late in the lineup. But big breaking news as it stands already now. After qualifying for the jump-off, Christian Kuckuck and Just Be Gentle, because of the heavy faults suffered by Max Kuhne. It means, ladies and gentlemen, going into Rabat, we will have a new championship leader, and that man is Christian Kuckuck. The fight is still very much on, and even earlier on this afternoon, we heard from Max Kuhne. He said to us that if and when things do go to Rabat, he is willing to fight for it there. That's going to have to be the case. Max Kuhne has been outstanding all season long, as has Christian Kuckuck. But this fight is going down to Morocco, much like the Global Champions League, where the championship will be decided on the final day. We will, once again, like in 2023, between Harry Smolders and Michael van der Vleuten, we will once again have a final day showdown, an LGCT Championship showdown between Max Kuhne and Christian Kuckuck. Let's hear from the German following that fantastic round on Just Be Gentle. Christian, what else is there to say about this mare?
I'm close to be speechless. It's unbelievable. The performance she is bringing week for week in Grand Prix for Grand Prix is unreal. It's nearly hard to believe. I've always asked myself, there must be a point where you have an unlucky fault or something. I had one yesterday, but in the Grand Prix, in the moment, is unbelievable, and I'm just really, really happy.
First clear of the day tells us how difficult it is there. Tell me how difficult it is inside there.
Yeah, honestly, it's not only about the course today. We had already 2 days with 35 degrees in the last days, so I think everything together, and then still having a tough 160 Grand Prix today makes it difficult. I kind of was expecting that we don't have so many clears. I thought maybe with something between 5 and 8. Now we have only 2 halfway through, but I'm convinced there is a few more coming. But like I said, it's tough enough.
There was always going to be the conversation this week of you versus Max Kuhne. This is you laying down an ace, putting the ball in Max Kuhne's court. How important is it for you to lay that first strike down and now put the pressure in his court?
Yeah, I mean, it was very important. I was first to go up us, and yeah, having that clear round puts him a little bit under pressure. But in the end also he's a little comfortable in the lead. It's not only a few points, so even if I would catch him today, there is still exciting battle in Rabat. But I have to focus on myself first. I'm very happy with the clear round now. I will be focused for the jump off now, and then whatever comes out in the end we see, and I would take it.
You two have been fantastic again today. Thank you. Good luck for the jump off.
Thank you.
Christian Kuckuck giving us some wonderful reaction, and once again that performance of Just Be Gentle helping him into the jump off, and he was just so complimentary of his mare, as he always is, working so hard for him every single time Just Be Gentle gets out into the ring, and because of that now Christian Kuckuck gets into the jump off. But what makes that even more explosive is the performance of Max Kuhne, the championship leader up until then. Let's show you what took place then, as Max Kuhne then made his way into the ring today. I remind you, Up to Jacko Blue was most likely meant to be here in Rome and jumping. But unfortunately for Max Kuhne, he did not feel himself, did not feel in perfect form after Valkenswaard. So he was left behind, and EIC Julius Kaiser was brought in. And that Longines triple causing some serious damage for Max Kuhne. 1, 2, 3 fences falling. Max Kuhne now goes home on 12 penalties. And with those 12 penalties, falls down the rankings. And because of that, regardless of where Christian Kuckuck finishes in the jump-off, he is going to take the championship armband. Now it's all about the jump off. Now it's about what these riders are going to do. Jana Frederica Meyer-Zimmermann can make up ground. Michael van der Vleuten is looking for some progress as well. Or is it going to be Pier Giorgio Bucci who's going to go and light up the Italian crowd? We'll find out in a few moments' time. This is what Uliana Vizzani has designed in today's course walk. We will be joined by Kyle Tim in a couple of moments' time. He'll be giving us some wonderful technical analysis. Yes, he will. Some wonderful technical analysis as to what to expect from today's jump-off contenders. Let's go back into the action. More reaction here live on GCTV shortly.
Vizzani, that is his test for the jump-off this afternoon. The start order is the same order as they jump the clear rounds in the first round. It is 2 for Germany. Just be gentle. We'll lead with Max Kühner, us into the jump-off this afternoon. Italy has home interest with Pier Giorgio Bucci and Hantano. Michael van der Vleuten again in the season's race, lying in 3rd in the season standings. Jana Frederica Meyer-Zimmermann with the horse that won the Cannes Grand Prix. Messi van der Reutershoff, then the Olympic pair, Simon Delestre and I Am Lucina R51. And the last to go, quite extraordinary to have qualified a 9-year-old horse for the jump-off this afternoon, is Victor Behrendorff and Foxy de la Roque, the youngest horse still in the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix of Rome.
Today's highlight, the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix of Rome. The official watch that we see presented shortly is the Mini Dolce Vita, discrete profile classic styling and aesthetic variations. They are required.
This to see.
So that is what the course looks like for today's second round. Kyle Tim joining us live in studio, giving us some thoughts and some reaction as to what is going to be coming up in the ring behind us here as we get ready for the jump-off. Kyle, before we begin analyzing, taking a look, Casino today, talk to us about that round. You've been talking about progress and progress. Today looked really tricky, but I'm sure you're very happy with how Casino did today.
Yeah, I think Casino jumped amazing. He's done 3 big Grand Prix in a row now with London, Valkenswaard, here. So
I'm very busy back into the summer.
And he's been placing all 3. I'm really happy with him. I couldn't be happier. And I think the rail today was my error. A small warm-up going to a bigger arena. And last week we jumped on grass. The week before a small arena. It's all experience that I need.
New championship leader, regardless of what happens. What are you expecting from Christian Kuckuck?
Yeah, Christian is unbelievable competitive and he's unbelievably on form. So I think he's going to try to win. There's no discussion on that. All
right, Christian Kuckuck, first man into the jump-off. Just be gentle. I remind you, regardless of where he places, because of where Max Kühner is gone, Max Kühner is no longer the championship leader. That armband will now go to Christian Kuckuck. Let's go join the first rider in today's jump-off.
Second in the current league standings on the Longines Global Champions Tour, we welcome in Christian Kuckuck from Warendorf, North Rhine-Westphalia, locally to Münster. 3rd in the Grand Prix at Madrid with Checa. 12th here, actually, in this very same Grand Prix last year. He was the champion here of this Grand Prix 2 years ago in 2022. And just be gentle. 2nd in the Grand Prix in London. 5th in Cannes. And the Grand Prix on this Longines Global Champions Tour back in June this year. Christian talks about her, says she rarely has a mistake in the Grand Prix. Here we go. Could this man win another massive class this afternoon? Just be gentle. Little gentle left-handed run back to the Oxa. Fence number 15, 10. B and C beautifully through. He's purring rapidly around the corner now to 12. The Colosseum pops out over that. Just be gentle then. Forward down to the Aqueduct Vertical. Christian Kuckuck with 2 fences to go. Turns over the penultimate. She has it down, sadly. Sees a huge distance down to the final fence, but the penultimate, I'm afraid, is the late mistake for Christian Kuckuck.
Kyle, that gives us a bit of an indication at 35.38. The fence is down, which is unlucky, but some pretty tight turns already there, showing where there's some time to be made up.
Yeah, I think he was very fast. Great turns back on every rollback. Okay, the last one, the horse didn't quite focus in and got a little long where the fault happened, but I think if someone makes a round very similar to that, it's going to be close to winning this Grand Prix.
35.38 does feel very tight. Pier Giorgio Bucci, the Italian hero here on Hatano. You can imagine that the Italian fans will be very excited to see this man go double clear. 35.38 with clear would put you in the lead. We're with Kyle Tim in the studio. He's going to give us some reaction to each of these riders. Christian Kuckuck, already the new championship leader, now with 4 at a time of 35.38. Bucci from Italy in next.
Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix win this afternoon. The legendary Pier Giorgio Bucci prepares with Hantano. Second to go. Jumps down beautifully out over the Oxer 15 into the Longines double. One stride pops through there comfortably, quicker than Christian Kuckuck, 0.38 of a second, the advantage down to Colosseum. Little half halt into the aqueduct, pays off beautifully. And going just under 30 kilometers an hour, but that turn back that was the downfall of Christian Kuckuck, I'm afraid, catches out Pier Giorgio Bucci as well. Hantano collides with the wing of the Longines Global Champions Tour vertical. It's clearly a really sharp turn, and the horse is yet to jump that fence. It's brand new. And it's a disappointment.
What a pity for Pier Giorgio Bucci. It looked to be a little wider. I doubt he would have beaten the time, but what an opportunity for him. Real heartbreak at home like this in front of those fans, Carl.
Yeah, and he started unbelievable. The first line, you know, you can walk in 10 strides. He did 8. Christian did 9.
Crazy.
So he started out unbelievably fast. And then at the end, okay, lost a little bit of the control, but I think that's what it's going to take to win this Grand Prix.
2 rounds you've watched now. If he's taking 8 where there might well be 10, where else do you think there's areas here that one can try and shave some fractions of a second off?
I think really the only room in there from Christian is that turn back to the second last jump. Christian got there a little awkward and had it down, and the horse actually paused a moment before it took off. I think if you just make that turn better, you're going to be maybe a fraction less, but I don't think there's a lot of room to make up from what we're seeing so far.
Okay, so we may well be looking at somewhat of a winning time already at 35.38. Michael van der Vleuten, a LGCT championship contender last year, going all the way down to the wire with Harry Smolders in 2023. If you're looking for an experienced partnership to maybe test that, Michael van der Vleuten and Beauville is a pretty good pairing to take a look at.
I would say for sure, and Michael is motivated. He was bronze at the Olympics, so I'm sure he's coming in hot also, and it's with his Olympic horse, so I think, yeah, he's there to win. I'm 100% sure of that.
There is still Jana Frederica Meyer, Zimmerman and Messi. There is still Simon de Lestre, and there is perhaps the surprise package of Victor Bettendorf still to come. But it looks as if while we replace a fence that was taken down by Pier Giorgio Bucci, we have a few moments before Michael van der Vleuten comes in to try and replace that. Difficult, Kyle, to always try and look at someone who may well be a favorite, because you can see how easily a fence can go down. How do you try and separate those that need to really throw every single piece of risk at the door here, the likes of maybe a Victor Bettendorf, of a Pier Giorgio, versus those that have been here before? How do you try and just stay calm in that moment that can become so hot in here?
Yeah, I think each of these riders, you know, they know their horses. They've had to build a lot to get to this level, and so I think it's just a case of finding the right jump-offs for their horses. Obviously, in jump-off, being clear is the most important, you know, and each horse can only go so fast to be clear, and then those riders have to work within those parameters to get the most they can out of it. I think Victor Bettendorf might surprise us. Maybe we don't see him so much on the global at the moment, but he is an unbelievably competitive rider, and he has won 5-star Grand Prix, and this horse is jumping really on fire this weekend.
All right, Foxy de la Roque, lovely name as well for Bettendorf. We are waiting for Michael van der Vleuten to make his way into the ring. I have no doubt that Eric van der Vleuten will be in the kiss and cry as well, edging along his son, giving some last moments of thoughts and comments. Michael van der Vleuten and Beauville looking for a rare weekend double. Having won the Global Champions League with Madrid Emotion yesterday, wouldn't that be a fantastic story? We haven't seen that too many times. Michael van der Vleuten going for a Global Champions double. Beauville up next in the jump-off. The time to beat, 35.38. Christian Kuckuck leads on 4 penalties, 35.38.
4-time Olympian, This pair have won 2 Olympic bronze medals, quite extraordinary. And once again, the bronze in Paris. We welcome Maaike van der Vleuten. This pair second in the Grand Prix in Madrid this year. They won the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix in Cannes in June of last year. They are phenomenal. They've been together since March of 2018. Some fascinating partnerships in these last 4 to go. Trying to pick a winner is very, very hard. Messi's a great horse, the Jana Fredrika Maia Zimmermann to come next. Then the Olympic pair of Simon Delestre. And who would write off Victor Bettendorf? Yes, his horse is 9, but he's a magnificent talent, the man for Luxembourg. But here we go. Maaike van der Vleuten trying to improve on his 3rd place in the season standings. Gets away. Beauville ZNOP travels back to the Longines double. Far right flank, Michael presses this wonderful little bay down through the double. 14 years of age, son of Bustique, still clear to the Aqueduct vertical, but he will hang a back leg on it, I'm afraid. I'm assuming Michael thinking ahead to this hugely demanding turn that's caught out both Christian Kukuk and Pier Giorgio Bucci. Maybe just had a little thought on takeoff into that Aqueduct vertical. Fence number 13, and that was a little premature error.
Still with Kyle Tim, getting some reaction from today's jump off. That looked a little conservative, somewhat surprising from Maaike van der Vleuten.
Yeah, I think he was quick, 1, 2, 3. Then he added kind of 1 stride round to the Liverpool more than Christian did. And then I think coming out of that 4 stride, the horse a little bit raised his head and dropped down behind. And then 1 stride, I think after he had the 1 down, 1 stride more down the last line just to finish with the 1 down was okay. But yeah, I don't think it was not on Christian's time for the moment.
Always one of the highest rated horses we have in our competition. This Messi van der Rijtershof is outstanding as well. Thoughts on what Jana might do here?
Yeah, Messi is outstanding, and so is Jana. She is a fighter, like we kept amazing, and so I think she's going to give everything to try and win this Grand Prix.
All right, there are some fractions that we are suggesting may well be cut off. Jana Fredrika Maia Zimmermann and Messi next in. Christian Kukuk still leads on 4 penalties, a time of 35.38.
I actually think they are following. I better put my foot down a bit as well. Jana Fredrika Maia Zimmermann gets away. Messi van der Rijtershof, winners of the Grand Prix in Cannes this year, 4th at Stockholm City. Down to the Longines double. He's got a huge ground covering stride, this horse. Jana is going to go for a steady enough double clear here, hoping that Simon Delestre and Victor Bettendorf punch each other into mistakes, I think. Yeah, it's a clear policy here. She's just going to play safe for a clear round. She's playing the insurance card here. Messi van der Rijtershof holds down to the last fence, and there it is, the first double clear of the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix of Rome. Clear tactic played by Jana Fredrika Maia.
Well, if you talk about different strategies in show jumping, that was certainly a different approach, slow and conservative, but she leads, Kyle. It shows you that there is many different ways to get over the goal line.
She did a great job. She's, playing the odds, playing her poker face, and she saw 3 having 1 down already, and she decided to go with a conservative clear. The horse is jumping outstanding, I have to say. So now it's, sit and wait and see what happens.
What that does already guarantees Jana Fredrika Maia Zimmermann a place on the podium. She leads with only 2 to go, so she is guaranteed a podium, but there is a lot of time to shave off on a 39.76. Opportunities for Simon Delestre, opportunities for Victor Bettendorf to try and improve on Jana's time. 2 to go, 2 spots on the podium to go. Clear 39.76 is the time to beat.
So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the penultimate of the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix of Rome. Simon Delestre sets away and automatically quicker than Jana Fredrika Maia Zimmermann. Down into the Longines double. Angles through there beautifully. This pair 6th at Miami Beach's Grand Prix April this year. Olympic combination. Simon Delestre now turns for home. He's got 10 seconds now to come up home ahead of Jana Fredrika Maia Zimmermann. He is going to be quicker, certainly. And there is the leading round of the afternoon. 37.51.
There is a new leader in Simon de Lestre at 37.51. It does also show you how quick that 35 of Christian Kukuc was now that we look at it.
Yeah, when I saw Christian's round, I said, I don't think there's a lot left in that round except just to be a little smooth that that last line. Simon did a great round. He just, did one or two strides less and did one stride less down the last line to Yana, and that's why he's in front by a second or two.
So again, from Christian Kukuc's time, as we say, there seems to be still a lot left in there. 37.51, one rider left in Victor Bettendorf. Foxy de la Roque staring down the barrel of a famous LGCT Grand Prix win. Last rider in the jump-off. Clear, 37.51 is the time to beat. As it stands, Simon de Lestre, your winner of Rome. Let's go watch the last rider.
Simon has a goal.
Could be your resolve this afternoon with one to come. So will it be Simon de Lestre to win here in Rome, to back up the 2021 win here for France of Olivier Robert, and to claim his place for the Super Grand Prix in Riyadh? Or will it be this man, Victor Bettendorf? We welcome this horse at just 9, is preciously young. Foxy de la Roque, Z, getting started for Victor Bettendorf out on the course for Luxembourg. The time he targets, 37.51. This man is lightning, and he comes on a very much inside line to the Longines double, and he's beautifully through 10B and C. Victor Bettendorf is charging here, and he's up on the time by 1 2/3 of a second. Foxy de la Roque turns down towards home now. 37.51 surely is going to fall here, and Victor Bettendorf is going to win his first Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix right here, right now. That is brilliant. He's sensationally good, but to win a Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix on a 9-year-old is a might of horsemanship. That is momentous from Victor Bettendorf this afternoon. It leaves you open-mouthed as to the sheer...
Wow, wow. You said you're bad at calling times, but you're certainly not bad at calling the rider. You said look out for him. Wow, Kyle Tim, let's get some thoughts on what Victor Bettendorf has just done here in Rome today.
Wow. He's an unbelievable rider, and I think he rode it perfectly there. He's naturally fast. His horse is naturally fast. He kept it a little bit under wraps, in my feeling, for what he can do. And, yeah, just riding his round, not worried about the others. And, yeah, he's your winner today. It's unbelievable.
There was still quite a bit of meat left on that bone. The irony is to be aggressive, jump the clear, and still shave time off Kukuc. That shows you how outstanding that was.
Yeah, and I think his plan was to not go full speed. And so just
there was still maybe 80%.
Yeah,
there?
I think there was still more in there if he needed it. He didn't look under pressure. He looked like he made a nice, tidy round, but I think that horse is very fast. He's naturally a very fast rider, and yeah, just outstanding jumping.
3 clears in Jana Frederica Meyer-Zimmermann, Simon de Lestre, and your winner, Victor Bettendorf. They make up the podium. It does mean, by the way, that Christian Kukuc finishes in 4th place with the fastest of the 4s, and that from an overall season championship perspective is a very big moment. Already going to Rabat as the championship leader. There's some big points on offer here for Kukuc, and that means that battle between himself and not Christian Alman, who's his partner? Max Kuhne, thank you. My brain is tired. Max Kuhne is going to be fascinating towards the end stage in Rabat. Kyle Tim, how do you begin to weigh up that little fight that's going on? This Max Kuhne, Christian Kukuc is turning out to be fantastic, isn't it?
Two unbelievable riders. I know when I'm riding in the warm-up and things, I try and watch what they're doing, because at the moment they're at the top of the sport, as well as many other riders at these Global Champions Tour shows. And yeah, I think they're both competitive. They're both on form this year, and they're going to fight to the end.
All right, Kyle Tim, we thank you for your time. It's fantastic to spend some more time with you. Thank you for giving us some insight. We have a winner of the 2024 Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix of Rome. We also have a new championship leader as well in Christian Kukuc, and we will be going inside the ring in a few moments' time to witness the celebrations, to witness the podium celebrations, and then to see how Victor Bettendorf is going to celebrate here in Rome. We hear from him. In fact, I believe the winner is almost ready for us to have a chat and to give us his thoughts as we continue to unpack and look ahead here to Rome and prepare prepare for Rabat as well. Quickly, Carl, are you coming to Rabat?
Yes, I am coming to Rabat.
Okay, experience in jumping in Morocco before?
Yes, I've done, actually, my very first Nations Cup was in Rabat. Yeah,
Fantastic.
so I have good memories there. I hope
Thoughts of it as a place that maybe someone has yet to go to?
yeah, it's good. It's very different, you know, than what we have here in Europe. But I think, in my experience in the past, the organizers do everything they can to make an unbelievable show, and it's going to be exciting to have a global there.
Well, Kyle, we always have a good time chatting to you, and again, a fantastic weekend for you. Let's go and watch the head-to-head and see just exactly how Victor Bettendorf has won it, and let's show you the results as to how things ended here today in Rome. What an outstanding result for the man from Luxembourg, going on to be the fastest man, keeping it double clear in the jump-off and making his way on top of the podium. The results of 2024 Rome up next, and the head-to-head between the top two placed finishers.
Comparative analysis for you. So Victor Bettendorf already with a little advantage. But we'll now see, yeah, the inside cut turn from the man from Luxembourg, just a lot tighter than Simon de Lestre. And then Victor just kept his foot down around this turn to keep his advantage maintained. And several meters is the advantage. Simon de Lestre tries very hard, but yeah, 3.44 seconds, the winning margin. It's a landslide win. And our congratulations to Victor Bettendorf and Foxy de la Roque, who claims
elegance is an attitude. Of course it is.
Welcome back to GCTV. Welcome back to a fantastic weekend in Rome as we now begin to look back on the 2024 Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix of Roma. What a result for Victor Bettendorf, the man from Luxembourg, doing it on a 9-year-old horse, Foxy de la Roque. Only his 4th LGCT Grand Prix. He had never jumped clear before. And now, all of a sudden, we see him not only jumping clear in the first round, but going on to jump clear in both rounds in the best time, beating out likes of Michael van der Vleuten, of Simon de Lestre, and of new LGCT championship leader Christian Kuckuck. That means that this fight, this battle, is going down to Rabat. Max Kühne, Christian Kuckuck will decide the LGCT Championship for 2024 in Morocco in a couple of weeks' time. If you recall, in the beginning of the afternoon, we showed you the overall rankings, and we had some names in white and we had some names in grey. The names in grey were mathematically out of the championship race. Ladies and gentlemen, in just a single afternoon, we have seen huge movement on this table. Earlier on today, only 2 names inside the top 10 were grayed out. And now, based on the results of Rome, everyone under Max Kühne is now physically not possible for them to win the overall Longines Global Champions Tour. It is a 2-horse race. and Christian Kuckuck leads that race by just 8 points. Max Kühne goes to Rabat. Christian Kuckuck goes to Rabat. And the LGCT Championship will be decided there for the first time as we step foot in Morocco for the 15th and final stage in Rabat. Take nothing away from the performance of Jana Frederica Meyer-Zimmermann as well, as you saw on those standings. Whilst she is unable to win the championship, what a season she has had. What a season Messi van der Rootershof has had this year. The performances, the wins, and now more podiums, more championship points. The combination have been outstanding. We are going to hear from second, third, and of course first place as well, Victor Bettendorf. What a performance. Let's take a closer look. This is the jump off of Victor Bettendorf. The last man in round one qualifies for the jump off and will be the last to go. It was a combination of aggressive and very smart, being tight on the lines, shaving off time where it needed to be shaved off. Unfortunately for Simon de Lestre, who jumped clear, he left a lot of meat on that bone at 37.51. So Victor Bettendorf on Foxy de la Roque, who frighteningly is still only 9 years of age, goes on to jump a double clear and jump a 34.07 to go on and win here today. The podium celebrations are officially being built, are officially being designed right behind me. We will welcome the top 3 in. Uliana Vizzani and his crew are making some way. There is some music, and I think we are not too far away from officially getting underway. We'll be joining Ed Holloway in a couple of moments in commentary as he talks us through the rest of that podium celebration. And we will also be having the winner in studio in a few moments' time. These are the results. Let's take a look and show you how things end here in Rome today. A reminder of the top 3 places and what the rest of the jump-off looked like between Pier Giorgio Bucci, Simon de Lestre, and Michael van der Vleuten as well. 3 double clears make up the 3 podium spots. Jana Frederica Meyer-Zimmermann and Messi in third, Simon de Lestre in second, and Victor Bettendorf in first. Pier Giorgio Bucci, no fairy tale story for him. Take a note of Philip Weishaupt, by the way, the fastest of the 4s, finds himself just outside the top 6. Michael van der Vleuten and Bo Ville having a fence down in the jump-off. And then, as we said, at a very good time, a 35.38. Christian Kuckuck, as we showed you in that breaking news box on your screen, is now the new LGCT championship leader. He leads Max Kühne by 8 points going into Rabat. We will show you some of their performances and we will welcome the teams in, who in fact now just begin to make their way inside the arena. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's make our way back into the Rome arena. Let's prepare for the podium celebrations and let's welcome our top 3 finishers into the ring as they celebrate their performances here today.
Champions Tour Grand Prix of Rome for 2024. It is that charming young man from Luxembourg. Victor Bettendorf wins his first Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix with a 9-year-old. It's extraordinary, the story. Foxy de la Roque wins for Luxembourg. Simon de Lestre is second with his brilliant I Am Lucina R51. France trailing by 3.44 seconds. And Jana Frederica Meyer-Zimmermann's brilliant Global Champions Tour season, having won in Cannes, continues a podium finish, 3rd place for Messi van der Rootershof for the German Jana Frederica Meyer-Zimmermann.
In third with Messi, Jana Frederica Meyer-Zimmermann, Germany. Delighted to see our riders.
Representing party prepared to congratulate our podium on the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix in Rome. Thanks to the grooms of our horses. The behind-the-scenes work in equestrian sport is extensive, it's hard-working. It is, of course, unseen to the public eye, but it is never to be underestimated. Huge work behind the scenes produces these top-class performances, and it really is a huge group of people that must all combine forces to produce these world-class winning performances.
Eccola felice e sorridente Zimmermann.
Third place this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, in the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix of Rome. She's had a brilliant season. And Jana Fredrika Meyer-Zimmermann, who won in Cannes and fourth in Stockholm City, is third this afternoon with Messi van der Reuters of Germany, 39.76. In second place, his last Longines Global Champions Tour win was in Antwerp in 2014. Simon Lestre is second, but the winner of the Longines Global Champions Tour of Rome of the Grand Prix, it is this man, his very first Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix winner. Congratulations. The win goes to Luxembourg's Victor Bettendorf and his 9-year-old Foxy de la Roque. Our congratulations. And it is the time of the afternoon to stand for the national anthem of the winning combination. We hear the national anthem of Luxembourg.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of the winner of the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix of Rome with Foxy de la Roque, Victor Bettendorf for Luxembourg.
It is a big story for several reasons. His first Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix win. And on such a young, homebred horse, it is some story. Victor Bettendorf claims the Grand Prix here in Rome this afternoon with Foxy de la Roque. It is a sensational new story for the man making tsunami-like waves at the top of world show jumping.
Da Dennis Monticolo, direttore commerciale del Longines Global Champions Tour, insieme al dottor Claudio Barbaro, sottosegretario di Stato al Ministero Ambiente e Sicurezza Energetica.
Yes, presenting to third day, Jana Fredrika Meyer-Zimmermann, well done, Germany, Messi.
Delighted to welcome our presenting party, Francesco Lollo Brigadier, the Minister of Agriculture of Italy. Jan Tops comes forward, the founder of the Longines Global Champions Tour. Dennis Monticolo, the commercial director of the Longines Global Champions Tour.
Al secondo posto Jan Tops, ideatore, fondatore e presidente del Longines Global Champions Tour, ha consegnato il premio Simon Lestre per la Francia.
Well done to our second and to our third, but we present the watch, the Longines watch, to the winner. Delighted to welcome forward Matteo Silvera, the brand manager for Longines.
Ed ora il dottor Matteo Sovera, brand manager di Longines, consegna l'orologio.
And the superb Longines watch is awarded by Matteo Sovero, the brand manager of Longines in Italy. Passes the Longines timepieces to our podium riders this afternoon. Thank you to our presenting party, Dennis Monticolo, Jan Tops, Matteo Sovero and Francesco Lollo Brigadier.
Al vincitore Victor Bettendorf.
And now the presentation of the Longines Global Champions Tour trophy by Francesco Rodriguez, the Minister for Agriculture. Once again, to our winner, Luxembourg, Victor Benedor, 40.
Yes, the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix trophy presented by Francesco Lola Brigadier, the Minister of Agriculture of Italy. Well done to Victor Benedor. He claims the Grand Prix here in Rome on Longines Global Champions Tour. It is his first win on the tour. Bear in mind, his first five-star Grand Prix win was February last year, so it's another huge victory for the rising star for Luxembourg. His talent is huge. We've all seen it over the years, and he now reminds us that he is one of the very best in the world. To win a Grand Prix on a 9-year-old just shows his huge skills. It's a champagne shower for the winner here in Rome, Victor Benedor for Luxembourg, and Foxy de la Roque.
Ritornano in sella i loro compagni di gara, non prima di aver celebrato ancora con un brindisi felice a questa serata di grande sport.
And the photo of our top three now. What an incredible afternoon of sport.
Actually, just looking a little bit further down the honours of Foxy de la Roque, it is in fact her very first five-star Grand Prix as well. So that just franks the extraordinary win this afternoon. She's 9, it's her maiden five-star Grand Prix, and to win it here on the Longines Global Champions Tour is ahead of time. It shouldn't happen, and Victor Benedor has made the impossible possible. Absolutely brilliant.
Spettacolo magnifico, ogni anno lo diciamo, lo continueremo a ripetere, perché questo evento è davvero uno spettacolo di sport sensazionale e tutti noi spettatori dobbiamo esserne ben consapevoli, orgogliosi e felici di poter essere testimoni di prestazioni di questo livello. Bene, sono tutti in sella? No, manca Jan Frederik Meyer, eccola. Particolarmente felice di aver celebrato questa sera il grande successo.
The world's press gathered to take these moments of our podium. What a brilliant story it is for Victor Benedor, winning his maiden Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix in Rome. It's the mayor's first five-star Grand Prix as well, and Victor Benedor puts his name in the history books with his very first Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix win this afternoon. And the mighty talent from Luxembourg goes a step higher this afternoon. He's charming, he's a true gentleman. And Victor Benedor claims the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix in Rome, clear of Simone D'Alestra and Jana Frederica Meyer-Zimmermann. Well, ladies and gentlemen, brilliant sport here from the Italian capital. We will see you in October in Rabat in Morocco. From myself.
What beautiful images here live in Rome. As you can see behind me, the lap of honor officially taking place as Jana Frederica Meyer-Zimmermann and Simone D'Alestra join your Rome champion in Victor Bettendorf on Foxy de la Roque, just a 9-year-old, jumping the first ever double clear of their LGCT career to go on and win here in Rome. A lot of stories to take out of today's LGCT Grand Prix. We spoke a lot about what Sophie Hinners may well do. Now, in fact, it's her Global Champions League teammate and Jana Frederica Meyer-Zimmermann that has made quite a jump up the championship table with the single stage to come. There was also a lot to talk about from Christian Kuckuck and Max Kuhner, because whilst Christian Kuckuck does not win today, he does not get onto a podium today. What he does do is make his way through to the top of the overall LGCT rankings. That is how good today's performance has been from Christian Kuckuck, and perhaps even more importantly, that is how hurtful those faults were from Max Kuhner. The faults aplenty for Kuhner, takes him out of contention. But it was this clear in the first round, and now we watch the jump off. And Christian Kuckuck was incredibly tight. Incredibly tight on those rollbacks, as mentioned by Kyle Tim. Now coming towards the back end of the Grand Prix. And at this stage, still clear. Now heading towards there was just a little bit, it just felt a little shaky. It felt a little shaky, asking a little too much of Just Be Gentle. And because of that, jumps a 4, sets a very fast time. That still helps him out dramatically. We will have Victor Bettendorf coming up in a few moments' time, and we will have a few minutes to chat to him as he hopefully goes into Rome and celebrates his night here today. What a story this has been for him. But now there is a lot of reaction still to come as we see the celebration party now making their way out of the ring. There is Victor Bettendorf making his way into the GCTV live studio, being escorted through the back end of the arena here. As he makes his way in towards the studio, we welcome him live in just a few seconds. That walk, not very long, and we welcome him in. Victor, please come through. Congratulations, what an outstanding performance. This is for you. Please come in, come in, come in. Wow, how are you feeling? Talk to me about that.
Honestly, I don't even realize it's a fantastic mare. It's a lot of work, and now it's starting to pay off. So I'm a bit of emotional. So
you are allowed to be. We expect so. Catch your breath. Let it sink in. Talk to me then about Foxy de la Roque. I know riders have comfort in their horses. Let's go there. 9 years of age. What a sensational, sensational horse.
It's hard to explain because she's so generous. She always wants to do her best. And to be honest, I just need to focus on the course, and the rest she's taking care of. It's amazing. It's just, I rarely had a feeling like on that mare. I have the feeling I can jump anything.
Victor, great day for you yesterday. Another great day here today. Why do you think Rome has been so successful for you? This has been a very challenging ring for so many top riders. You seem to have made it look easy.
I think the pasta is really good. So we had nice dinners in the evening. We were having fun. And I think I had no pressure at all because it's a 9-year-old mare. I knew that she can jump, but I didn't go in the class to say, okay, I have to win. So
yeah,
it was not easy, but there was no pressure, actually. I didn't have to prove anything.
Tell me more about that, because you now go into a jump-off. If I'm not mistaken, your first ever LGCT Grand Prix jump-off, is that correct?
Yeah, and have never done a clear in a Grand Prix.
Never a clear in a Grand Prix. Already round 1 is a great result. Then you go into the jump-off. You have a guy like Simon de Lestre there. You have a guy like Christian Kuckuck there. You have a guy like Michael van der Vleuten there, Messi and Jana Frederica Meyer-Zimmermann. When you're in the warm-up and you know you're the last rider to go, when you're watching them come out, what are you saying to yourself?
That I have the better horse so that I can win.
Yeah.
No, honestly, when I saw Simon, I think he didn't take all the risks. He was doing a good clear run, but he didn't play everything. So I knew I could catch him without taking too much out of the horse. So.
Were you surprised by that time? It did look like he left a little bit out there for you to chase. Were you surprised?
Yeah, or maybe he's just nice to me and he lets me win.
Yeah, maybe he's
time,
a good friend of yours.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It was a surprising approach. I think many expected him to maybe be more aggressive.
Yeah, but maybe because I'm not so used to ride these high-level shows, probably thought he's putting enough pressure on me just doing a clear run without going too fast. But I proved him wrong, so it's a better.
Now the interesting question is, Victor, you go from jumping here in Rome, as you said, never a clear in an LGCT Grand Prix, never a clear in a jump-off, and now you are going to the biggest Super Grand Prix that our championship has to offer. With just one stage to go in Rabat, you get a golden ticket in your pocket. Have you even begun to dream about what Riyadh might look like for you?
I have absolutely no idea. That's the kind of shows I like to watch on TV, but I was never even dreaming about to participate in a show like that. So, no, it's great, but I will say it's great, but I have no idea what it means. So,
well, what it is.
Maybe I can tell you in 2 weeks. I don't know.
In a couple of weeks, we will talk to you. We will talk to you in a couple of weeks, and we will find out, because it is going to be the best of the best. The 15 Grand Prix winners throughout the year all come together. And I have a feeling, Victor, that after watching Rome here this weekend, that some of those riders on that sheet might all of a sudden start looking at you going, wow, that maybe is a big surprise. Do you think you go there as someone that can now be a threat?
Honestly, I don't think so. Now I had a great weekend and I had a horse super in form, but these guys, they compete at that level every week. You know, I need to get more mature and be more consistent in my results. And then hopefully one day I will be with the best and I can say, okay, this year I want to go and win a Grand Prix like the Super Grand Prix. But for the moment, I just want to enjoy and it's amazing.
All right, listen, Victor, thank you very much. It's been an outstanding performance. Enjoy today, celebrate, have some more pasta. It seems to be the winning magic formula for you. Enjoy your night. What a performance. A first ever LGCT Grand Prix clear, a first ever jump off clear on a 9-year-old Foxy de la Roque. Victor Bettendorf from Luxembourg, your 2024 Longines Global Champions Tour of Rome winner. Let's get some reaction now from Jana Fredrika Meyer-Zimmermann.
Jana, you are absolutely dominating. I mean, talk about female firepower. Yet another podium.
I'm so happy. What can I say? It was a little bit of a tactic going in because I could see there was no clear before me. And then I was in between, like full risk or better safe clear. And then I went for the clear and Messi jumped amazing. I had the feeling I couldn't get a pole. So I'm so proud of him. And even though it's so hot, he stayed focused and yeah, was full of power. So I'm really thankful.
Absolutely amazing. And also crucial championship points going into Rabat. Was that playing on your mind a little bit to play that safe tactic?
Yes, yes, of course. I mean, honestly, you are always the ones to tell me how it is in the standing. You know it before we are out of the course. But for sure, I mean, for us, the team has absolute priority. But still, if you have a chance in the championship to have a good ranking, yeah, you give your very best.
Definitely. Well, we've got Simone here as well. A brilliant second place. You seem to play that a little bit safe compared to normal.
Yeah, you know, Amelizina is for sure amazing horse. He's at the moment in top form. I saw Jana. I had the feeling I can go faster than she was, and I knew that Victor would be anyway faster than me. So I tried to be in front of Jana and being clear.
And such a shame missing out on that Super Grand Prix ticket yet again. One race left in Rabat. Do you think you can secure it there?
You never know. We will try. I will try my best. Amelizina, like I say, is at the moment in super form. He's going to go to Rabat. So I hope I can catch a ticket there.
Well, I know you've got a flight to catch, so off you go. Thank you very much for joining us and congratulations.
Thank you.
Another great performance for Simone de Lestre and another great performance from Jana Fredrika Meyer-Zimmermann. Flospis Jones is efficient. She brings in second. She brings in third. She doubles up. Flospis Jones doing a great job in the Rome ring this weekend. Well, what a story for Victor Bettendorf. Having never jumped clear in an LGCT Grand Prix before, somehow jumps clear in round one in one of the most testing conditions that we have seen in a very, very long time. Jumps clear in round one as the final man in. Last to go in the jump off and jumps the fastest clear in that jump off to win his first ever LGCT Grand Prix here in Rome. And as he said, he has not even begun to think about what a Longines Global Champions Tour Super Grand Prix in Riyadh will look like in the playoffs later on this year. It has been a fascinating couple of days in Rome. There have been storylines aplenty from the Global Champions League to the Longines Global Champions Tour. We have that story developing between the Canstars and Riesebeck International. Christian Kuckuck looking to once again dance on different floors. He now involved with Max Kuhne in the LGCT Championship fight as well. It is Kuhne who leads coming into Rome, but now most importantly it is Kuckuck who leads going out of Rome. Let's show you what the overall rankings look like, give you a reminder as to what it looks like going into Rabat, ladies and gentlemen, the 15th and final stage. Everyone in grey cannot win the championship regardless of what happens in Rabat. This is a two-rider showdown, and that title, much like last year between Harry Smulders and Michael van der Vleuten, will be decided by Christian Kuckuck and Max Kuhne. And as it stands, it is a slight advantage to the German. But the Austrian will be ready for a fight back. The Austrian will be pushing, and we will take a couple of weeks break. We will all catch our breath, and then we will all return. We will all converge for the first time ever in Morocco for the 15th and final stage of Global Champions 2024 in Rabat. Grazie, Roma. It has been a pleasure. We see you again soon in Rabat. Bye-bye.
Here in Rabat, Morocco, the excitement is palpable at the show jumping finals. It's a dream come true to witness my idols in this legendary arena. Every jump is electrifying, and every move pulses with pure adrenaline. I feel the passion and energy with every leap they take. The spectacle is truly breathtaking.
The Longines Global Champions Tour of Rabat from the 18th to the 20th of October.